today we have Proful. He is from India, but we ask him where he lives now. I remember some words in Hindi, which are Shuprabhat, which is good morning or buongiorno in Italian. Yeah, how are you, Proful, or Aap kaise ho in Hindi?
Yeah, hi Francisco. Yeah, I'm doing really great. I think your Hindi is improving day by day.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard, but I really like that. Yeah, let's say that I like people from India. I always say this. So I'm really looking forward for this interview, or I don't know what to call them. Okay, so let's get started because I want to know a little bit more about you, your story, about mainly development, but also other things if you want. And then we move on, and talk about other things. Yeah. So
Yes,
please,
yes,
let's get started.
sure. I'm from very small town of eastern part of India, like Odisha, which is not connected to probably train communication or flight. It is very remote place, but very beautiful place. Lots of greenery, forest, and rivers. So I really enjoyed my place. So my dream is to go and settle there after a couple of years, maybe. So I started my career in 2005.
Where do you live now?
Now I'm living in Sydney, Australia, since the last 2 years. I'm working as a senior consultant in mostly AWS serverless side. So that is predominantly I'm focusing. But I'm mostly known in the Twitter community for my, other interests because I do some side projects and all this thing.
Yeah, I would like to go into that because, in my opinion, side projects can really help you. Yeah, we call them side projects, but sometimes they become our main projects. So let's say we can say like that. It's time that it's on a side, but because I think that we can talk about this, but side projects are very good in my opinion. First of all, because you learn something, and also because you do something that you like. I think mainly most of the times it's like that. Yeah. So can you talk about some of them?
I'm a little bit interested on startups since a long time, but due to one reason or other, I'm not yet successful to be honest. But I have a strong feeling to do something by my own. But I usually lack in one area or other. Sometime I develop one product. I couple of times launched as well. One time I created a end-to-end grocery application, like where customer can directly order from their mobile phone, like all the groceries. And I connected to the shop, and we have some delivery, and it went well for some time. But I faced a little bit problem in terms of managing the logistics and handling that everything as a bootstrap founder to manage like who is going to deliver and all these things. So I didn't enjoy that properly, the logistic part. So then I didn't pursue that idea. And a couple of other things I did, but a couple of them because of marketing I lack and design skill I lack. I'm mostly from a backend developer, so I'm good at developing any software independently. But sometimes the co-founder also it is sometimes difficult. That is what we can talk about more. But recently, I think after this lockdown, I read one article by Daniel Vesalo. I think you took his interview and his very prominent faces.
Yeah, I remember that pretty well because it was really amazing. Yeah.
So I really got inspired and tried to take Twitter seriously because if he can do that, I can also build a little bit small audience so that once I have some product, then maybe I can get some beta user or some initial customer to try it out. So last year, basically I started not very seriously because I do day job and I'm not figured out what is my direction. In my back of mind, I have want to create my something on, but it is not very structured or not very planned. And because of some other commitment, I'm just engaged with some other activities. But I started. I love to learn different technologies. Most of the developers, sometimes we learn lots of things like JavaScript, Python, and Rust, and we can keep on learning. And also, like machine learning or whatever the new thing come, we just grab our hand and spend some time on learning.
Thank you, thank you. Which is your favorite technology in development? Which is your favorite one? The thing that you like to do the most?
Yeah, because I'm not very biased towards technology at this moment. Because earlier I was very much passionate about technology, like mostly Ruby on Rails. I was diehard fan, but at this moment of my, I just choose this is just tools. So whichever suit my particular use case, then I try to take it up. But mostly because I'm building a product on a Sketchnotes, which is
Okay.
kind of very 1-2% of Figma, you can say, where you can have some kind of code snippet, and you can do some kind of arrow animation, and you can design your notes. That's what
Oh,
because I used to
oh,
write in handwritten notes. So I'm developing that. So for that, I chosen this React.js and JavaScript. So I'm just learning and
great.
developing by myself. Like currently, as a side project, I mostly focus on JavaScript and React.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Do you like, for example, to do some collaboration? So do you like to collaborate with someone else with when you do your side projects, or are just your projects for yourself? You just try to learn something and you just I don't know to maybe bring them in production. So which is basically your idea about side projects and collaborations with other people.
Yeah, a couple of years back, I was more when I was younger. I was more ambitious. Like I want to build the next Facebook,
No.
but nowadays I just this project what it is taking a little bit traction. I'm also excited about current project. This I'm building for myself. I'm my own customer. So this is exactly my ideas because I love to take notes, and I am a good. I did some drawing as well because if you see some profile, like I did some. So like I just want to combine that kind of note taking ability with some kind of visual medium. So that's why I'm building this exactly for myself. But eventually, because also I launched very cooked MVP product, lots of people started using it, like Prasam Prasum, and there are also in Twitter at one point, like a couple of months back, it was very active because I was actively pursuing it. So most of the internet people are started using it. Then I realized that it has little bit potential. Then I slowed down my Twitter activity because Twitter and coding is a little bit conflicting each other, fighting for my time. So then I started, working a little bit more on the coding part so that I can have a little bit polished product so that I can launch into the public as well. So that it is more professional looking, people can create an account easily and they can manage that thing and may have some free tier or premium tier or something. This I'm working on my side at this moment.
And you said that when you were young, but in my opinion, you are still young. I don't know how old are you, but and I think that it's important to have some ambitions, good ambitions, of course, to create something. Maybe in the beginning we don't understand really how much complicated it can be to create. For example, I wanted to create like a multiplayer online game, massive multiplayer online game. Maybe in the beginning you think that you can do maybe everything alone or maybe with just some friends, but after a while you understand the complexity, which is something that is really can really make a lot of projects maybe can never finish, in my opinion, because I have so many of them of projects that I've never finished because they become so much complicated. So I think this is what happened to you also.
Yeah, there is always a friction. But the point I'm trying to make, right? Like earlier, I was trying to solve some other people problem. Like for example, grocery problem is not my problem. I was looking into some business opportunity and try to grab that opportunity. But I may not care that much into grocery delivery. I'm not passionate. But this now currently what I'm focusing on, if whether anybody uses it or not, I may be fine with creating some kind of YouTube videos. But I am the user. So this time my focus is just to take it slowly, because taking too much pressure and because if you can quit a day job and you have limited time and doing everything by yourself and it is very stressful.
Yeah.
And you want result very fast and you end up spending 18-hour 20-hour coding and stressing out a couple of months very aggressively, which is not healthy as well.
Yeah.
And once you are family and you have some other obligation, so this time I just want to take it. I have to continuously pursuing that. Important thing is to just to take it lightly, but keep on doing, and you should do what you enjoy it more. Whether you'll be successful or not doesn't matter, but you should be excited about the day-to-day activity. And if a couple of people say like you are doing good, you should feel a little bit motivation, and instead of pursuing like I want to have scaling and have aggressive goal to your side, and I will deliver within 2 months, and making yourself very hard. That is very tough.
Yeah. In my opinion, in development, this is really something that is really important to. There are people that talk about passion or motivation or discipline. There are different opinions about that, but maybe we can agree that by doing something that it's interesting for you, it's better. Especially in development, when you have some, which is a mental activity. Yeah, you need to also, as you say, maybe get some feedbacks from other people. Say that maybe this is good, this is wrong. So I think this is really important for us, especially in the beginning, because, for example, it happened to me that maybe I started, I don't know, maybe making videos. I can take this as an example. If you get some feedbacks of some people who maybe they like what you do, they really help you and keep going. Maybe they don't understand this. Maybe they don't understand this. Maybe I'm just leaving a comment, but he or she will never read that. Instead, it's not like that.
Yeah, this Twitter is helping me, keeping my motivation high. That is definitely a plus point, because daily, a few messages I am daily seeing, like how you are creating your notes, and how can I try your Sketchnotes tool, because I am not yet done, but still people are keep on posting. I maintain small form created 1 or 2 months back, and 100 people already registered. It's just simple Google form. But I'm not bit structured. I should have created a landing page or something like that. But I'm just sometimes very lazy. But there is some interest, motivation, and people's comment really motivating me that I'm up to something to it. I created for myself, and also few people are really interested, and it giving them lots of good learning opportunity for me, because I am a backend developer. I can talk about how to scale the server, because that is my day job. I talk about like OpenShift and Docker, and scaling horizontally, vertically, and I always deal with a high volume customer, but I never able to relate as a customer to that. What is it, but this product I can use for my own note-taking ability. Just whatever I'm learning, I love to learn, and I used to take notes, and it is very, very helpful for me. I can revise it and I can improve it, because pen and paper note-taking has some limitation. I have like a stack of paper, but once I want to search something, it is not there.
We do, as you said, when we do something, we really need maybe to, first of all, maybe to understand maybe what we need, and also talk with other people. So I think the interactions are really important, maybe. So to do something else. Thank you so much, Proful. Can you talk about content creation? So do you like, for example, have you done some articles? Are you planning something for this year or not on Twitter?
Actually, I am interested in many things, but I am just stopping myself not to do many things. I'm making because I create all my content on the Twitter. So I try to post regularly, but recently not very regularly, but I some kind of visual notes, some that kind of notes. So I just want to convert to blogs, other thing, but that is down the line, not at this moment. I have a YouTube channel, not also very consistent active, because I'm not, what I learn, you can do only 1 or 2 things at a time.
Yeah, I totally agree with this.
Content creation also a hell lot of time. Last month in my Twitter growth, like June or July, I was very active on Twitter. Within June or July, I reached 5,000-6,000 content followers within 1 month. 4,000 followers within 1 month, and June, July, I crossed around 6,000-7,000. But it took lots of energy and time. You have to create content, you have to engage with people, and it has benefits. It has also, you like it, but you will also sacrifice like your coding part about it. Because once you can't not in a position to quit a day job, you have family to feed and bill to pay. your mental energy you spend on the day job and with some of your kids and family, and you are left with less amount of time if you spend with the content creation other thing, then you will be sacrificing your coding amount. And also not about that, it is not about the time taken to create the content, but it's the context switching, because I myself feel very competitive, or I'm sure everybody is there, but if you're trying to want to succeed in something, right, you try to calculate the metrics, like how we are doing in Twitter group growth or YouTube growth and other thing. So you will try to change with that. So even though you think that one article, one video I'm creating per week, but you will spend lots of time analyzing, understanding other thing.
Yeah. And also, thank you, and also about thinking what you want to do, because I think that a big part is also that you sometimes we don't have a specific idea of what we want to talk about, the next article, the next video. Yeah, so maybe we can improve in making them, but the idea part, in my opinion, in the end, it becomes the hardest part, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, like content creation, I just have a YouTube channel which has 2,000 plus follower. This I'm a subscriber also, but I'm not pursuing very actively. I'm not creating as a professional level, and I'm not at this moment encouraging. But end of the day, once my Sketchnotes project is stable, I like teaching. It doesn't mean that I like learning, like teaching, and I would be into that direction, into different mode, maybe Twitter or blogs. But I am not pursuing at this moment aggressively. Twitter only I'm active, but I'm more focusing on the Sketchnotes part. So to create some, because what is happening, the Sketchnotes project, I started a little bit is a bigger scale. It is like replicating 2-3% of Figma,
Okay.
If you see Figma, like what kind of ability, like you can have infinite canvas and you can drag and drop. So I'm not competing with that, but I'm trying to build a small subset. But for a single developer who is not as a front-end developer, it is becoming very challenging. How to think about the coordinates, how to think about styling change and all these things. So I'm learning myself very hard, and I'm making it working. It is already prototype is there, but I want to make it very stable. So new people will come, they should feel home.
Yeah.
So that is taking most of my time.
Yeah, that's great. But can I ask you if you make articles on something while you are doing this kind of projects, or do you just like to show them in the end, just explain them? How is your workflow? While you create this kind of side projects, do you like to code like on your own without distractions, or do you like to interact with other while creating?
Yeah, I started creating Sketchnotes as a public. So whenever I started creating Sketchnotes, it all are public. I started using the Twitter. So in initial days, from very small one box to it evolved to great deal. So I keep on posting on Twitter, and now it is on some stage. Initially, it was how I developing. Now it is in stage that what is the output of it also I can produce. If you can see my profile, like I can have some arrows, I can some kind of code snippet and different kind of design. So all I created from Sketchnotes. So
nice.
those JavaScript concept I'm learning, and sometimes I create as sake of content creation, and sometimes I just know how to default variable, what is the spread uses, and once I fetch or some kind of concept, and I read a little bit more, create a notes and post it.
Nice. I think that this can really be helpful for someone maybe who just has getting started with development. So I think maybe this is why maybe a lot of people maybe they follow you or me. So maybe sharing something that we know, and of course we don't know everything. It's not based on the follower count, but it's important in my opinion to share some knowledge with other people, just to help them maybe to have a good understanding. So this is great in my opinion.
I want to be more active on Twitter. I personally do, but again, it is like I'm not able to come up with a proper balance. I don't have the answer to that yet, but I want to be active in Twitter so that it should not distract myself on coding part, but not to be very ambitious on Twitter goal. I just want to, but I think I reached some stage in Twitter. so that I'm not very aggressive anymore. Just I'm posting some notes, getting some attention, and I just want to, not bit. Let's see how it is going.
Yeah, let's see. For example, I've discovered recently, maybe one week ago, that if you record your screen while you are coding, you do just recording. This is very good because first of all, you have some content. Maybe you can create some videos. You can just post on Twitter. But the best thing is not that. The best thing is that you stop, for example, using social media while you're coding. You are forced to be focused on that. Maybe just 1 hour or 1 hour and a half or half an hour. But this is great. For example, I discovered this. I think I'll use this in the future. It's good. And in the end, you can even just delete that video. But at least while you are recording, you are just. It's like if someone is watching you, so you stop maybe using socials and other things, other distracting things. Of course, Twitter is good, but sometimes it can distract you. So this can. This is also the reasons why I'm doing this kind of interviews. So at least now I'm not on Twitter. Yeah, this is great. So thank you so much. And you also have done this interview this year. So this is also some content of you that thank you so much for being here to talk with me, so we can know a little bit more. And that's it. So So do you have any other side project that you want to talk about, or you have, for example, do you have some ideas? For example, when I have some idea, I write down on that blackboard, whiteboard over there, and then maybe in the future say, I got this idea. So, for example, when you have this idea, what do you do?
One interesting thing I want to share. I think just 2-3 months back, I got one idea. At that time also I was debating myself to use Twitter or not, but I follow a couple of interesting people, and they write very interesting threads, Twitter threads, like some indie founders like Daniel Fassello and a couple of them other people. So I'd like to read them, but if I see my notification, my reply, I just forget about the thread reading and go to that notification and try to comment or reply it. So it's distracting. So I thought about a plan, like, is it possible to convert the thread into PDF and send to my Kindle? I'm a Kindle reader. I read books. Twitter thread to Kindle. So I just tweeted it. Like I can, because I'm not having much time to code it because I already coding in Sketchnotes. So is anybody interested to do this some open source contribution so that I can mentor them and all these things? Just I tweeted it. So you won't believe, around 500 people approached me.
This is good. This is good.
So it is. We started a project, and also that whatever my intention, original intention, is also successful. The project name is Twindle. So we can able to convert the Twitter thread to the already integrated to PDF, and it is done. And we can convert to Hacker News comment to that and blog to all this thing. But I don't have that much energy and drive to pursue this two open source project and other thing. There are some I mentored, and all people are still, a few people are active, but I don't know what to do with that because it solved my problem. I'm consuming it because then if I pursue that direction, then my Sketchnotes should be distracted, and I have limited time. But it was a good experience. Like when I get some ideas, I tweet about it, and that also become. We created GitHub repository, and we converted a Twitter thread to PDF, and PDF also can be sent to Kindle. So, which is also interesting. Just 2-3 months back, all by volunteers. I have not written a single line of code. Just mentoring them, and daily I used to have a call. Like regularly, I used to have a call giving some direction about how to do that and all this thing.
Yeah, but in my opinion, it's good to share your idea. If you don't have time to do that, maybe it can be useful for someone, or maybe just to get started. Maybe you got the idea, maybe the other person maybe can collaborate with you, or maybe I don't know if you can create a GitHub repository, I don't know. And then maybe for example, in the future, maybe you could have some time and you can show with them, you can do something together. So this is very good. For example, I'm trying to do something with someone else. For example, now on Tuesday, I do a live stream in coding with another developer, Stefan Nutter. also looking for something else. So I don't know if this could also be an idea. I've seen some people, for example, coding with two people. It can be good for example, during a live stream. This can be good. Or maybe, yeah, you can just do this alone. Have you ever thought about doing a live coding session? Have you ever thought about that or not?
I'm a bit shy person,
Yeah, yeah,
and
but
also
yeah, but that was not the question. The question is that yeah, have you ever thought about doing that?
yeah, I've thought about that, but I'm not sure how to present it, and I'll just maybe think about too much about what to do about it. Because sometimes, lots of time without coding, I have to keep on thinking about, yeah, I have to do this, that, and maybe I'll distracted. But I'm not created a structure. I'm not a very good coder. Like I can just ramp out the coding. I spend some time on thinking as well and analyzing it, understanding it, and
All we do is not just you. It's not that you are strange. All of us we do like that.
yeah,
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 yeah. I've never seen people just thinking of coding like it's cool. Like I don't know if you've ever seen some coding or hacker films when they just flow green text to the screen and they I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, and for example, let me make a joke. For example, I always wonder why when they hack something, there are some UI. It's like you have hacked the program. Like if their site maybe they have a UI for the people who will hack the site. So that's great. Every time, yeah, it makes me laugh so hard. I think about people creating some UI for the people who will hack the system. Yeah. Yeah, so but it's super normal. In my opinion, the best thing is that if you do, for example, a live stream of maybe you record yourself while coding, maybe you can do maybe two things. You can, for example, take the good parts at a normal speed, or maybe, for example, I don't know if you have seen the last video of the Coder. She has a pretty famous YouTube channel, and for example, she has done 16 hours coding, and then she made a 20 minutes video of her, and she explains while when there is a time lapse, she talks about what she has done, for example. Yeah. So she
yeah.
explains what she's done. Yeah, but I think that this can be really good if you want to do something and you show this to the other people, but you are doing something for yourself. So you are creating something for you and you show them in the process. Where can we find you? Which socials are you more active? So we will put some links in the description. Please follow him.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a bit active on Twitter, like Proful Sadangi.
Okay.
So you can find me there. So only I'm leaving Twitter sometime. So I'll be responding. Yeah. My email also same, like profulsadangi@gmail.com.
Okay. If you want, we can put some contacts in the link description below. And that's it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Would you like to leave a final message to some other, for example, I don't know, young developers, some people that are just getting started with development? What can we say to them?
Yeah, if you maybe for young developer, I would say that do some project and not because in India most of people looking for job oriented project. I want to build a hotel management and some kind of thing just to solve the project. But instead of that, try to find whatever you're interested. Maybe few people are interested in music, songs, health, or which is the interested you are like for example, I like to take notes, so that first you get that ideas what you irrespective of thinking of technology, think about what you are passionate about, whatever your interest area, then you create something slowly, no need to be aggressive planning, no need to show to somebody, then it will be very much excited project for you for your entire future. And you can be for prospective employer, you could talk about more passionately about why you are building that.
Thank you.
And you learn a lot of things, and you know how to solve the problem because Google is there. So once you have that ideas, then you'll find the way to solve it. So that would be my.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much, Proful. Yeah. So I think we are done. I wish you the best luck for this year. I hope that this will be at least a little bit better than the last one. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So so let's see. Let's see, Proful. Yeah, see you on Twitter. Let's keep in touch. Let's see if we do something together this year. Yeah. So yeah. So
Sure. Thanks very much for this opportunity, Francisco.
Yeah. But I'm really, I really was looking forward for this. Yeah. So thank you, Proful.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.